Continuing our series of interviews with the athletes you'll see competing in the upcoming Lions Break Crown tournament. Hi, everybody. I'm Kevin Kelly. Thanks for joining us once again. Great host of athletes in the field of 8. And I got the DKC with me right now. The DKC is in the house.
That's right. Karate chop it up.
Dude, I am so excited for you. You are like a ball of energy when you come out. You look like you are having so much fun out there.
Yeah, that's right. I bring my heart into every match and try to, put the DKC stamp on everything I do.
Well, I know, the DKC is more than just a professional wrestler. You've got a lot of projects going on right now, like the one that's over your shoulder.
Oh yeah, that's right. Quarantine. Gotta find something to do. Just painting it up. Trying to, explore all aspects, of the art.
You're an amazing man. Look at you, a Renaissance man.
Yeah, there you go.
So, the first introduction that many people had to the DKC was during Lions Break Collision, and now we've seen you a couple times on New Japan Strong. How was talk to me about when you first were asked to compete on these shows? How did you feel?
You know what? I was so stoked because coming from working ring crew and going to the camps, and they see something in you and you're not sure when's going to be your shot, and then I get the call and this is my shot. I was so happy. I was like, I had a smile on my face the whole day. I'm like, oh yeah, this is my chance to show the world what the DKC can do.
So we've talked during commentary about your karate background, your martial arts background. Talk to me about how the training began. Was it something that you did as a kid?
Yeah. I've been doing martial arts since I was little, and that really it's a really solid base for me. Whenever I have a challenge, I think back to the training, and I just like, man, like I know I can persevere. I know I can overcome this because of that training. Like I have what it takes to like rise up to the challenge.
When the when the itch came to get into professional wrestling, what was that like? Was that a conversation you had to have with family? Was that just something you decided to do on your own, or is it something you always wanted to do?
So yeah, I saw a tryout. I'm gonna throw a little shout out if I can for Santino Brothers Dojo out in LA, and I saw a tryout. I'm like, you know what? I can do this. I have the skills. I'm in shape. I'm gonna go give it a shot. And I've always been a fan of pro wrestling. So yeah, I thought like I have what it takes to do it. And I did the tryout, and they liked what they saw, and they took me in, and yeah, I started training out at Santino's.
And with New Japan Pro Wrestling now being much more of a global brand and much more accessible to athletes in the United States, was New Japan a dream destination for you, or was it something that didn't even come? I'll tell you this. I'll say it this way. Because when I was an announcer, and whether it was during my time with WWE or with Ring of Honor, it wasn't until I really got the opportunity to work with New Japan that I ever thought, I'm going to wind up as an announcer with New Japan. It just seemed like so far-fetched. But for wrestlers, of course, it's a little different. Was that something you always wanted to do?
Right. It was something I always wanted to do. End up in New Japan. I hear all the old school guys saying they go over to Japan and really like learn the sport. And so I really had it in my mind. I wanted to get to New Japan, and New Japan had these camps going around. They really want to make that global audience. And I was like, yeah, this is where I want to be. Coming from my martial arts background, this is something that I could see really taking off for me.
So does anybody ever get you down? Because you're just like a beacon of positivity. You're intense. But what gets on your nerves? Come on.
Oh shoot, if someone doesn't come into the ring ready to bring it, like I am, ready to go out there for a fight, that's that's something that gets on my nerves. But other than that, I try to stay positive, try to, fight for being happy, like, yeah, I put my love into the sport, and that's where I shine.
It's the DKC is such a, it sticks in my head. Like right before I was getting ready to do this interview, I told my wife, I'm getting ready to go interview the DKC. And she said, DKC? I swear. Like it is, and I hadn't spoken of you before. It's just that it's in your head and you can't get it out. Once it's there, it's like that song.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
Have you always been the DKC though? Let me ask you that. When you were a kid?
Oh yeah, I want to be right there in your head, always picking you up. You can't say it without a smile. The DKC.
It's just, yeah, again, it's energy, it is positivity, and all of that definitely comes through in your wrestling. We see that. Now, in the not too distant future, we'll be seeing the Lions Break Crown tournament. And Alex Kozlov had made the point that the key word to that is break, because what the winning this whole thing could mean. What does that mean to you? What does that kind of break mean to the DKC?
Oh, that means the world. That means putting my name right there at the top of the young lions in this business, the young talent in this business. And it's right up my alley doing tournaments. I've been doing tournaments since I was a little kid. So yeah, it means the world to me. I really want to make the DKC known.
So when you were a kid, were you more of a Miyagi-Do kid or more of a Cobra Kai kid?
Oh, okay. Well, if we're gonna get into it, yeah, I guess maybe a little bit more Cobra Kai kid. I don't know. I think I've settled out now, but I don't know. Yeah, as a kid, definitely a Cobra Kai.
So I know that with professional wrestling being, now coming back online, but obviously there was a hiatus for a bit. Was it difficult to stay in ring shape? Because you came into Lions Break Collision like you hadn't missed a beat.
Right. Yeah. I try to keep up with my cardio. I have a little bit of weight set here, and yeah, getting training in was definitely difficult. Finding maybe a partner you trust to like test or test negative and stuff like that. Like that's it's gonna be hard to find. Like, hey, can you go test and then we can train? No, yeah, it's gonna be hard. But I came in shape. I was doing my sprints. I have a nice big hill right next to me right now. And I'm up there freaking 10 times. Yeah, so I came in shape, so I'm definitely in good shape.
Well, I think the fans will certainly see that in this upcoming tournament, and we'll be seeing you going forward on New Japan Strong. I want to wish you the best of luck. I'm enjoying getting to know you, getting to call your matches. It's a whole lot of fun, and that positivity really is infectious, my man. Keep it up.
Great, thank you so much. Yeah.
All right, so there's the DKC, everybody. Look for him, New Japan Strong, new episodes every Friday, and especially in the upcoming Lions Break Crown tournament. DKC, thanks for your time. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.